Good afternoon, welcome. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Petty, Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, and I'll be serving as your host for this year's White Coat ceremony. On behalf of the entire School of Medicine and Public Health, I welcome and honor our newest class of medical students, as well as their families and friends. We understand how proud you are and deeply appreciate your support in making this day possible. If you need to view closed captioning for today's event, it is available on the screen here in front of the room and on the live stream YouTube. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that our land that our university and school stands on is ancestral Ho-Chunk land. The School of Medicine and Public Health recognizes the health inequities faced by Native communities and is committed to addressing them. We encourage our incoming students to engage with our Native American Center for Health Professions and to learn more about the histories of the sovereign nations of Wisconsin and our strong partnerships with them. And now, it is a great pleasure to turn the virtual microphone over to Dr. Robert Golden, Dean of the University of Wisconsin School of Medicine and Public Health, for his welcoming remarks.
Good afternoon. Today is one of the most joyful days of the year. Our White Coat ceremony, together with graduation, serve as the bookends for each academic year and for the learning experiences of our medical students. I am so sorry that I can't be with you in person. Here's why. In addition to the privilege of serving as your dean, I recently assumed another role as a patient. I am so fortunate to be receiving outstanding care from our faculty and our healthcare system staff for an autoimmune disorder. The treatment requires that I abstain from in-person events, so for the next several months, I will be serving you virtually. Believe me when I say I am really looking forward to the day when I can be together with you in person. I can't think of a more exciting time for launching your professional journey as a physician. The accelerating pace of medical discovery is breathtaking. My diagnosis did not exist when I came here as dean, and my treatment, which provides an excellent prognosis, only became available in the last several years. Equally important, perhaps even more important, is the rejuvenated emphasis on the art as well as the science of medicine. We will guide your development into complete physicians who combine the high tech of science with the empathic touch of humanism. I can't think of a better place to be starting your training than here at the nation's first School of Medicine and Public Health. You will learn how to promote health as well as diagnose and treat disease. You will learn how to take the pulse of a community in addition to the pulse of your patient. And as you discover the beautiful complexities of organ systems, you will also learn about the messy inefficiencies of healthcare delivery systems. We hope to instill in you a commitment to continue to fight against health disparities, recognizing that access to healthy living and healthcare is a fundamental right for everyone. You have followed many unique paths to arrive here. We are grateful to have such a diverse group with a rich array of backgrounds, experiences, and talents. Half of you graduated from UW-Madison or another UW system campus, while others are joining us from colleges and universities across the country, including Brown, Columbia, Duke, Harvard, Johns Hopkins, the University of Chicago, the University of Pennsylvania, and the U.S. Air Force Academy. Thank you for your service. You have majored in a broad array of subjects, including art and art history, economics, civil engineering, French, history, music, philosophy, sociology, and Spanish. You are fluent in many languages, including Arabic, Chinese, Hindi, Hmong, Russian, Urdu, and American Sign Language. This class is filled with athletes, including soccer, tennis, basketball, and football players. And many of you enjoy water sports, including crew, sailing, and water skiing. We anticipate great harmony among this class, which includes violinists, guitar and ukulele players, and singers. We hope you will join our medical sciences orchestra or our medical student rock band, the Arrhythmias. More than a third of this class come from racial and ethnic groups that are underrepresented in medicine. You are children of immigrants or immigrants yourselves. First-generation college graduates make up 14% of the class. Many of you grew up in small towns and dairy farms, others in suburbs and large cities. Collectively, you represent communities in every corner and coast of the United States, as well as the global village. We are very proud to be one of the leading medical student programs in the nation in terms of our enrollment of Native American students. This class includes 7 Native Americans from 6 Native nations. All of you contribute to the richly diverse community that enhances not only our school, but also the field of medicine. Some of you may already have an idea regarding what area of medicine you want to pursue, while for others, you're wide open to the full panoply of possibilities. Regardless of your current interests, I strongly encourage you to explore those areas of medicine that you believe you are not interested in. There's always a chance you might change your mind, but no matter what you pursue, you and your future patients will benefit from the broader, more complete perspective you will gain. The competition for gaining acceptance into medical school is fierce. 6,339 applicants competed for the 172 seats you are occupying today. Now that you are part of the School of Medicine and Public Health family, I know you will follow the school's tradition of growing together as a class, supporting and helping each other. During your pre-med experiences, individual achievement may have seemed more important than collaborative teamwork. Please understand that the real competition is external, including evolving pathogens, environmental toxins, the persistent social determinants of health disparities, genetic vulnerabilities, and of course, the Ohio State football team. So on behalf of all our faculty, staff, and fellow students, congratulations on all you have done to earn your place here. Thank you for all you will contribute to your school's community. And welcome to the School of Medicine and Public Health family. Now it is a pleasure to return the podium to Dr. Petty.
Thank you, Dean Golden. It is a pleasure to introduce our school's administrative leaders who have joined us today for today's celebration. This dream team of dedicated admissions, education, and student services leaders is committed to ensuring that your introduction to our schools is seamless and successful. They are joined by several outstanding student leaders who are participating in today's ceremony. Will the members of the platform party please stand when I call your name and remain standing? And please hold your applause until everyone has been recognized. So starting on my far right in the first row, Dr. Guinevere McIntosh, Associate Dean for Students. Dr. Shobina Cheda, Associate Dean for Medical Education. Dr. Christine Seibert, Associate Dean for Medical Student Education and Services. Dr. Ryan Tashida, Interim Assistant Dean for Multicultural Affairs for Health Professions Learners. Dr. Robert Dempsey, Chair of the Department of Neurological Surgery and today's keynote speaker. Dr. Katerina Stewart, Forward Curriculum Phase 2 and Phase 3 Director. Dr. Elaine Pelly, Forward Curriculum Phase 1 Director. Dr. Mary McSweeney, Associate Dean for Admissions. Dr. Kyla Lee, President of the Wisconsin Medical Alumni Association. Dr. Don Lee, President of the Wisconsin Medical Society. And now to the second row on the right side. Ubiageli Onia, President of the Medical Student Association. Alexander Idrugo, Vice President of the Medical Student Association. Dima Hamed, Co-President of the Class of 2026. Nyla Mathis, co-president of the class of 2026. Jared Boise, co-president of the Medical Students for Minority Concerns. Geraldo Giarte, co-president of Medical Student for Minority Concerns. And Casey S. Stevenson, Gold Humanism Honor Society advisor and academic affairs manager. Please join me in applauding this remarkable group of individuals. Sit down. Now it's a great honor and privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Robert Dempsey. Dr. Dempsey is a Monsieur Javid Professor and Chair of our Department of Neurological Surgery. He attended the University of Notre Dame for his undergraduate degree and earned his medical degree from the University of Chicago Pritzker School of Medicine. From there, he traveled to the University of Michigan hospitals for an internship in surgery and residency in neurosurgery. After starting his career at the University of Kentucky, we were fortunate to recruit him here as chair in 1995. Dr. Dempsey is an incredibly accomplished educator, researcher, mentor, and leader. He chairs the Foundation for International Education in Neurological Surgery, and through his philosophy of service through education, has helped establish and support over 20 self-sustaining training programs in numerous countries across Asia, Central America, South America, and Africa. As an expert in stroke and stroke risk, he has also partnered with Native American communities in Wisconsin to study stroke prevention. Dr. Dempsey has received nearly countless awards. Some of his most notable include the National Medical Student Teaching Award from the Society of Neurological Surgeons and the World Federation of Neurological Societies Medal of Honor, the world's highest award in neurosurgery. I'm so grateful for the wisdom of Dr. Dempsey, who will share with our new physicians in training, and I welcome him to the podium.
Thank you so very much. Matriculants, parents, family members, I'm so honored to be part of this opening of your medical school career. This marks the accumulation of so many years of toil, hardship, scholarship, sacrifice, and courage. I'm speaking, of course, about your parents, your spouses, your family members, because students, neither you or I would be here without these good angels like your parents who inspire us every day. And this inspiration is pivotal in everything you do, and what will become of you in the rest of your career will be determined by how you answer the question, who inspires you? I can assure you that you do not get to this greatest profession in the world, medicine, without being inspired by someone to help you find passion and joy in an imperfect world. I have traveled the world over. I've taken care of patients on 5 continents, and I can assure you we are all the same in one particular way. We all have 4 pillars of our life: faith or value system, family, health, and peace. If one of those pillars collapses, they all will. And if we in our own little way do something to build one of them, we may support them all. I learned this from so many people, and they inspired me, and I thank them. First, my parents, who took an unruly group of kids and taught us faith and family. Thank you, Mom and Dad. But more, they asked of each of us in our own way to use what little gifts we had been given to make the world a little bit better and therefore have meaning. They sent us out each day with the message, remember you're Dempsey. And we tried. We unfortunately went to terrible schools. I mean, I went to one where we thought crime and punishment were career opportunities. But several scholarships later, I found out it was Russian literature. And those scholarships, they brought me to a university at the time of war, of civil unrest, of civil rights, of passion, of joy, of opportunity, and I caught fire. A science major, I learned theology from John Donne. I learned how to write from Tom Werge. I learned trust and partnering to a goal from my teammates on the track team, and from the patients at the state Children's Hospital, I learned that maybe medicine would be a career for me. I did a service trip to Appalachia, and an urban child, I was exposed to rural poverty and a different type of health disparity, which inspired me. And I met a carpenter there, even more so. He worked with joy and passion with and for others. And I said, I get it. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to serve. Do something you can do well, very well for others, and you may make a difference. I learned this from so many people. Scholarships later, I was a neurosurgeon. And I work in Appalachia. I work on native reservations. I work in 5 continents, and I work in Madison, Wisconsin. And what I found is that these opportunities are the same everywhere. I learned the needs and importance of that specialty. It's a very unique specialty because from this I learned why I love it. It's because of my patients. I love it because of the trust and courage they show. Neurosurgery is a scary specialty, and we do things that are amazing but very pivotal, because you can't do complete care of trauma, of cancer, of stroke, of pain, or congenital anomalies of children without that specialty. Yet it is absent from 5.5 billion people in this world. No services, no completion of that care. I learned the cost of that in Guatemala when I went and tried to provide care during their civil war, and I failed miserably because that peace pillar had collapsed, taking with it health, family, and values. But in that chaos, I met a small child who inspired me when I reasoned that the only way I could care for her in the future was to become a teacher of doctors, and that's when I did. And I learned about trust, because when that war enveloped me, those good Guatemalans got me to safety, and I thank them. Ecuador, there the doctors taught me how to teach. The most important thing in medicine and the definition of the word doctor is teacher. And they told me that I first had to learn to listen. It's not about us. We need to listen to see that patient's needs are their needs. When they said it was education, I said, let's build a program. And we succeeded. They taught me and inspired me how to overcome challenges, from as simple as lost equipment to as complex as the volcanoes erupting during your surgery, Dr. Dempsey. Med school didn't teach me what to do when the volcano erupts during your surgery. But we got through, and we did something special. And when an unforeseen insurrection trapped my family, those good people got them to safety, and I thank them every day of my life. Africa called, and a foundation said, do you realize that 400 million people in sub-Saharan East Africa lack access to the services you provide that complete trauma, cancer, stroke? And I said, let's be bold. Be careful about that. They put you in charge of the foundation. And I said, let's build programs, but curriculum, equipment, hospitals, government support, because that will force it to be self-sustaining. And that educational goal will build that medical society. And sometimes ideas catch fire. Just like Yeats said, that education is not filling a pail, but lighting a fire within you. Hundreds of doctors, nurses, politicians, soldiers, equipment supply people joined on, and 27 programs sprung up, from Kenya to Vietnam, from Cameroon to Nicaragua, from Ecuador to Uganda to Afghanistan, and much more to be done. And these people worldwide inspire me by their courage, these patients. And I helped train the first female neurosurgeon in Niger. And I took her aside and said, what do you fear? What do you need? I thought she'd say lost equipment. She said, no, I fear being murdered by Boko Haram because I'm an educated woman. And all I could say was, I have no problems. We're here for you. And this continued when an earthquake literally leveled the cities of Haiti. Those good people said, come and try to convince this government to fund education and not just handouts, and we're trying. And when the World Health Organization finally understood that if 5.5 billion people lack access to this specialized health care, that means 47 million unnecessary deaths. That's more than COVID, more than AIDS, more than war. And when we said, well, we have an educational program, what do you think? Every single country's Minister of Health signed on. That never happens. But for this, some ideas are inspirational, and it was. From this and the patients we care for, I learned about trust, I learned about opportunity, and I learned that all of us can play a role in building by doing what we love well for others to try to build any one of those pillars of health, peace, family, or values. And what the result of it is life-changing. And we will know you by your gratitude, because I know that I thank all of you here for inspiring this medical school class. And even more, I thank all of my patients and all of the people I've met for inspiring me to be a better doctor. And so welcome, thank you, and welcome to the greatest profession in the world. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dempsey, for that inspiring talk. Before we get to the investiture portion of our ceremony, I want to share a little bit about the white coats that our students are being presented today. These coats are gifts from the Wisconsin Medical Society, specifically physicians who donated to their foundation's White Coat campaign. The Society offers a supportive community during and after medical school. Thank you to the Society and Wisconsin physicians for your incredible generosity. It's now a pleasure for me to invite Dr. Gwen McIntosh, Associate Dean for Students, to begin the investiture portion of our ceremony today.
Thank you, Dr. Petty. Welcome, students, family, and friends. Today, we have a group of dedicated administrative leaders and student leaders serving as our white coat officiants. The students represent some of our most dedicated medical student leaders across a wide variety of student organizations in our school. They lead organizations and groups such as the Medical Student Association, Medical Students for Minority Concerns, and their student body. I encourage you to look in the program to learn more about them and consider how you, as students, might become involved with these groups during your time here. Our first group of officiants include Dr. Seibert, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Tushita, students Jared Boyce, Gerardo Guiarte, and Nyla Mathis. Would you all please come forward? Our new medical students will be recognized in groups of 6 as their white coats are placed on their shoulders. I know some watching by our school's live stream YouTube page may want to encourage them with comments in the chat. For those of us in person, please hold your applause until I have read the names of all 6 students on stage. Once the 6th student is in their position, I'll cue the officiants to place the white coats on our new medical students. Let's get started. Jeanette Akamwa, Maria Elbrube, Abraham Alsriani, quick adjustment, Kaylin Anderson, Jacob Anibas, Cassandra Apia Ofori. All right, you may don the coats. Tristan Argel, Sierra Aletta. Takiri Bandara. Dominic Battistini. Cole Birch. Jacob Boswell. You may don your coats. Elaine Imad Botros. Alec Brenner. Nathan Bronstead. Jennifer Cape. Chris Carchi. Daniel Casillas. You may don your coats. Maria Margarita Castellanos Yorca. Valerie Charles. Emily Chang. Lee Conway. Isabel Cook Mendez. Marissa Cutlin. You may don your coats. Elena Dye. Kaderica Davis. Carson DePocter. Apurva Dewan. Gabriel Dos Reis. Emmanuel Ibram. Don your coats. Sophia Elworthy. Jordan Ewald. Pedro Fernandez. Mitchell Fisher. Sydney Freiberg. Madeline Fry. Don your coats. Maggie Gallenberg. Giselle Garcia. Anna Gardner. Matthew Guiley. Sakar Gupta. Shristi Gupta. Don your coats. Alina Hampton. Madison Sarah Harris. Molly Henschel. Sophia Herrera. Louis Hinshaw. Garrett Hins. Don your coats. Ashley Hofstetter, Sabrina Huang, Alyssa Helsbeck, Bridget Hughes, Taishi Ikedea, Eamon Napsi Isahaku. You may don your coats. Hannah Jens, Abigail Johnson, Emily Claire Johnson, Trevor Johnson, Zen Johnston, Amina Karagi. You may don your coats. Mohammed Kareem, Sophie Karp, Nicole Kehoe, Abigail Keller, Chloe King, Emily Klasowski. Don your coats. Anna Knezik, Fatumata Kohli, Gina Krause, John Kresbach, Hannah Kreiser, Sumin Guan. You may don your coats. Camille Juan La Liberté, Trenton Ladak, Vincent Lee, Caitlin Lydiard, Gabriella Light, Michelle Lynn. Don your coats. Sophia Liu, Jacob Ludwig, Cormac Madigan, Ashley Magia, Lauren Marlatt, Kaylin Marshall. You may don your coats. We're going to pause, a little change of program. If I could thank these officiants and have you return to your seats. I now turn the ceremony over to Dr. Shobina Cheda, Associate Dean for Medical Education, to continue the investiture.
Thank you, Dr. McIntosh. I now welcome our second group of officiants to come forward. Dima Hamed, Alexander Idrigru, Obi Onia, and Drs. Dempsey, McSweeney, and Pele. Let's continue. Gabriela Mata Pacheco. Molly McBride. Casey McCall. Avalon McDonald Lewis. Seamus McWilliams. Brandon Mergen. Danya Coates. Sherry McHale. Rachel Minahan. Erica Mavis Moe. Miriam Morcus. Zachary Minch. Avinash Murthy. Danya Coates. Brittany Naulu. Estelle Ndukwe. Lada Neshval. Alexander Nelson. Benjamin Nineheis. John Patrick Nolan. Danya Coates. Christina Nygren. John O'Connor. Greta May Olson. Monica Panta. Bridget Power. Christian Payalo. Danya Coates. Sylvia Pung. Grace Petzold. Michael Plaza. Daniel Polio. Noah Pollard. Alessandro Pedra. Danya Coates. Olivia Prescott. James Paul Radke. Cecilia Raj. Gino Ranconi. Jordan Ranum. Ethan Richmond. Danya Coates. Grace Riedel. Vasu Rishi. Isabella Rodriguez Cardenas. Ariana Edna Romero. Anthony D. Ross Jr. Bryn Rourke. Don your coats. Kylie Ruprecht. Alexandra Ruth Subgear. Blake Samsel. Catherine Ann Satori. Mara Beth Schrader. Megan Seafelt. Don your coats. Madison Nicole Seifer. Jesse Sell. Senna Samia. Elizabeth Scheel. Hannah Siddiqui. Nathan Seward. Don your coats. Kayla Adrian Seafree. Daniel Simpson. Sarah Singer. Parabat Singh Kalone. Samuel Smith. Bipasha Sobani. Don your coats. Mark Sabralski. Isabella Sorcy. Justin Stensloff. Elizabeth Summick. Amulia Suresh. Kathong Ronald Tao. Don your coats. Piang Tao. Amelia Thompson. Daniel Tinoco Hernandez. Richie's Ritti Tiv. Kevin Dangui To. Daniel Tran. Don your coats. Noah Servofsky. Ava Rebecca Van de Mullen. Philip Vang. Tyler Vang. Allison Kate Vandelin. Hunter Wakefield. Don your coats. Brandon Walton. Carol Wan. Amanda Webb. Ethan Wilbrand. Devin Gold Wolf. Ely Pin Wu. Don your coats. Happy Sean. Connie Yang. Angela Joe. Don your coats. Thank you to our coders. You may be seated. I now welcome Dr. Christine Seibert, our Associate Dean for Medical Student Education and Services, to administer the Declaration of Geneva.
Learning to care for and work with patients, peers, and health professionals is a vital part of your education. As students, you entered medical school on Monday, and as you know, you started to see patients with your peers right away. Caring for patients comes with high expectations and responsibilities that our school takes seriously. In preparation, we also have you recite the Declaration of Geneva at our white coat ceremony, just as you will do at the end of your medical training when you graduate. The declaration is on the back of your program. As we enter into this sacred covenant, I would like to remind you that the Declaration of Geneva is a modern version of the Hippocratic Oath. This declaration was developed by the World Medical Association in 1948. Following World War II, the Nuremberg trials revealed the widespread and horrendous misuse of medical power to conduct torture and carry out mass murder. The Declaration has also been updated to reflect the evolution of social norms. New students, please stand. The class will now take the Declaration of Geneva as their solemn oath. These principles continue to unite students and physicians throughout the world. They remind us of our highest aspirations. Please read along with me. At the time of being admitted as a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to consecrate my life to the service of humanity. I will give to my teachers the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity. The health of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will maintain by all the means in my power the honor and the noble traditions of the medical profession. My colleagues will be my family. I will not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. This concludes the white coat investiture portion of today's ceremony. Thank you and congratulations, students. You may be seated, and I now turn the program back to Dean Petty.
Thank you, Drs. McIntosh, Shada, Seibert, and all of our white coat ceremony officiants. And congratulations again to our newest inspiring medical students. We welcome each and every one of you to our school community and invite you to celebrate with the wider campus community this year as we mark the 175th anniversary of the founding of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, our septennial. Yeah. Repeat after me, no. This year's incoming class received a pin at check-in today commemorating this milestone. The beginning of the University of Wisconsin-Madison made way for the founding of the medical school in 1907, which became the first school of medicine and public health in the nation in 2005. I encourage you to wear your pin with pride as you carry on the long tradition of excellence on our campus. One of the very best aspects of your training here will be your interactions with each other, as well as with the peers in other classes who are further along in their medical education. Those students in upper classes can serve as your role models for you on your journey. That is why we couple this white coat ceremony with our induction ceremony for the Gold Humanism Honor Society, which we will now begin. In 2006, our school established our chapter of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. The mission of the society is to recognize and to encourage the development of humanism, compassion, integrity, respect, and service toward patients and colleagues. Each year, a group of fourth-year students is selected by their classmates for induction into this society. Those inductees then elect 2 faculty members and 1 resident to join them in the society. We will now begin the induction ceremony for our school's new Gold Humanism Honor Society members, and I invite Kesia Stevenson, Student Leadership and Programs Advisor, to lead this portion of the ceremony. Kesia?
Students, family members, significant others, friends, faculty, and staff, welcome to our Gold Humanism Honor Society induction ceremony. We are so pleased to have you here for this wonderful occasion. In 2002, the Gold Humanism Honor Society was established to honor senior medical students, residents, and faculty, and to instill the concept of humanistic medicine. Members of the chapter are selected by their peers. The selection criteria include demonstrated excellence in clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service, exemplifying the values of humanistic medicine, and exhibiting exceptional interest in service to their communities. The Gold Humanism Honor Society is one of the many programs sponsored by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, an organization devoted to elevating the principles of humanism in medicine. And now, without further ado, I will start with reading about the faculty members and resident that this year's student inductees elected into the society. Our resident inductee is Dr. Habib Toha Kadir. a third-year internal medicine resident. Please come forward. Dr. Kadir grew up in rural northern Ethiopia. A devastated economy forced his mother to flee Saudi Arabia and leave him with his grandparents. When he was 15, the two were reunited in Washington, D.C. Driven by what he has described as omnipresent echoes of destitute and poverty of the past, he started his educational journey at the University of the District of Columbia and then attended medical school at the Ohio State University College of Medicine. He is a third-year resident here in internal medicine. Congratulations, Dr. Kadir. Dr. Aaron Wieland, Associate Professor of Surgery, is our first faculty inductee. Dr. Whelan hails from Iowa City and completed his undergraduate education at Loyola University. He earned his medical degree and did residency in otolaryngology at Harvard Medical School. He first came to us as head and neck surgical fellow in our Department of Surgery's Division of Otolaryngology. I practiced that so many times. After working at the University of Nebraska for several years, we were lucky enough to recruit him back to our Department of Surgery. In addition to seeing patients at UW Health, he also provides care at William S. Middleton Memorial Veterans Hospital. Congratulations, Dr. Whelan. Our next inductee is Dr. Britt Allen, Associate Professor of Pediatrics. Dr. Allen was born and raised in Madison. She earned her undergraduate degree at Wesleyan University and her medical degree here. After a residency at Lurie Children's Hospital in Chicago, she returned to Madison to join our faculty. Dr. Allen focuses her academic work on improving the health and healthcare experience of LGBTQ+ youth through advocacy and education, and plays a leading role in the pediatric and adolescent transgender health clinic at American Family Children's Hospital at UW Health's LGBTQ+ Health Primary Care Fellowship. We are also pleased to announce that Dr. Allen is the recipient of this year's Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. The Tao Award honors faculty who are exemplary in demonstrating the Gold Foundation's ideals of outstanding compassion in the delivery of care, as well as respect for patients, their families, and healthcare colleagues. We are so glad to be honoring her with this award. Congratulations again, Drs. Kadir, Whelan, and Allen. Please stay to be joined by our students' inductees. Next, we are proud to name our newest class of inductees from among our fourth-year students. As Dr. McIntosh calls your name, please come forward to be recognized as you receive your certificate. Remain up front after receiving your certificate. When everyone is on stage, I will ask you to pin yourself.
David Alderman. Ryan Anderson. Karis Benjamin. Aaron Bowden. Rachel Craven. James Dickman. Kenneth Fiala. Meredith Gallagher. Jessica Gillespie. Mark Hancher. Eric Hess. Tessa Jewell, Lori Lapp, Alyssa McClelland, Eliana Melcher, squeeze in, Haley Malakovich, Maya Muldowney, Rachel Munson, Grace Seibert, Catherine Tippins, Carlos Torres, Daniel Traverso, Margaret Zwick. Congratulations.
Next, we will move on to our formal pinning ceremony. The Arnold P. Gold Foundation includes, as part of the induction, a formal gift of a GHHS pin and recitation of the GHHS pledge. The pin symbolizes one's commitment to providing compassionate and excellent patient care. Today's inductees, you have received a lapel pin with the GHHS symbol for your white coat to serve as a daily reminder of the importance of humanism in medicine. Please pin yourselves. I now welcome Dr. Britt Allen, our 2023 Tau Award recipient, to administer the GHHS pledge.
I now invite all of the GHHS inductees to read the GHHS pledge aloud together. This is found in your program. Please read along with me. I pledge by all that I hold dear as a physician, I will care for my patients with compassion, respect, empathy, integrity, and clinical excellence. I will listen to my patients with my whole being. I will advocate for each patient as a unique individual. I will serve as a role model and mentor to promote humanism in healthcare. I will remember always the healing power of acts of caring. I will dedicate myself to joining with others to make healthcare optimal for all.
Congratulations to all the new members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. We are very proud of this accomplishment. This honor is a strong reflection of your commitment to promoting humanism and empathy in medicine. Inductees, you may go back to your seats, and I turn the ceremony back to Dr. Petty.
Thank you, Casey. And let me add my congratulations to all of the Gold inductees. It is quite an honor to be inducted into the Society. You serve as role models for our newest students as they begin our studies with us. Please join me once again in applauding all of our inductees into the Gold Humanism Honor Society. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Kyla Lee, President of our Wisconsin Medical Alumni Association. The Wisconsin Medical Alumni Association, or often referred to as WMAA, will be a great source of support during your years as medical students and well beyond. It hosts many events and provides resources for your journey as students, thanks to the support of our loyal alumni. Dr. Lee earned her MD with us in 1998, following an undergraduate degree from the University of Vermont and a Master's of Education in Counseling and Consulting Psychology from Harvard University. She completed her internal medicine residency at Gunderson Health System, our school's Western academic campus. She is one of our most devoted and supported alumni, as well as a leader, award-winning leader in medical student clinical training and education. Most recently, she was named the school's Director of Student Programs at Gunderson. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Lee to say a few words.
Thank you, Dean Petty, and good afternoon, incoming class of 2023. It is a true privilege to be here today and have a chance to congratulate and welcome you to the lifelong study of medicine on behalf of the Wisconsin Medical Alumni Association, who you'll soon know as the WMAA. Wow, med school. It's incredibly important to have a support system during medical school. In addition to your family and friends, many of whom are here with you today, both in Shannon Hall and watching online, your team will grow over the next 4 years to include new friends in the class, faculty mentors to help guide you, and alumni who have traversed the same path you are beginning. The WMAA is comprised of 11,000 alumni who stand ready to reach back and support you. The WMAA will be visible during your education in many ways. On August 30th, the WMAA will welcome you with a new stethoscope, a gift funded by an alum. A stethoscope, now that's the support I'm talking about. Following that ceremony, we will host a Badger cookout for the class. This will be the first of many times the WMAA staff makes sure you're eating well. Through the years, the WMAA supports student interest groups, wellness activities, exam breaks, scholarships, teaching awards, opportunities to network with alumni, and other school events and initiatives. Many of you already stopped by the WMAA office on the 4th floor of the Health Sciences Learning Center to pick up your tickets for today's event. I encourage you to stop by often over the next 4 years. Get to know the incredible staff, enjoy a few moments of quiet, and of course, visit the ever-popular Candy Bowl. You might want to tell the stories of your days to Sarah and Maureen and Hannah, Andrea, Jill, and Sarah. They're waiting to listen to you. We are committed to support you. We are committed to support you. And I encourage you to get involved. A great way to be connected is through our Facebook and Instagram pages. We wish you the best on your journey through medical school. Congratulations again, and on Wisconsin.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. Well, today represents the beginning of a remarkable journey into the medical profession for each and every one of you. And all of us, as Dr. Lee said, and all of us here that are present today, all of us that are watching from home, we're all here to support you, and we're committed to doing all we can to facilitate your development and help you to achieve your fullest potential. We have come to the close of today's ceremony. I want to thank you again for joining us here in person or for tuning in. And a special thanks to all of our colleagues who made this possible. Congratulations once again to our newest medical student class of 2023. Stay safe, stay healthy, and on Wisconsin. Woo!